Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel A Monk in Cloud. In this video, I'm going to explain the best way to learn cloud and build your portfolio so that you can land a beginner cloud job. Alright, so I've documented the steps or the tips in this GitHub repository. I'll make sure to add the link to this GitHub repository in the description box below. You can check that out. Alright, so these are the steps or the tips that I have personally used it, and it has given a fruitful result for me. Okay, so here are some steps to help you learn cloud computing effectively. Okay, first, start with the fundamentals. Gain a solid understanding of the basic concepts of cloud computing, such as the difference between public and private cloud, what is hybrid cloud, and there is one more terminology called multi-cloud, right? So learn all of them and understand what are the difference between them, and also learn the characteristics of cloud computing, right? People just think that cloud computing is all about AWS, Azure, and GCP. No. So you need to understand why we call that as cloud, right? Basically, there are six characteristics that are provided by Nest, right? So I'm not gonna explain in detail about that. So you need to look into those nitty-gritties and understand why do we call AWS as cloud? Why AWS is one of the cloud provider? Why not others? What is the difference between public and private cloud? Right? So what are the challenges of cloud computing? All those things you need to understand. What is going to be the future of cloud computing? Right? So for that, I have made a separate video on that. If you see here, the future of cloud industry, you can go check this out. Okay. So first point is clear, I hope. Second one is to choose a cloud provider. So focus on one cloud provider for in the beginning. Let's say, for example, you're starting off with AWS, right? Familiarize yourself with the services and its offering. So how to create those? What is how to create them in an automated way by writing a Python script or using an infrastructure as a code tool like Terraform. How do you create that? Right? So you also need to learn that. So which cloud to learn? Again, I have created a separate video for that, right? So if you see here on my channel, I've created which cloud to learn. So that is going to be a short video. I've just explained simple things that you need to consider. You can check that out also. Third point is to get hands-on experience. So create and deploy real world applications on cloud, right? So you need to understand how things work in real world. So do not focus on theory concepts. Start building your projects. You can sign up for free account. AWS provides a free account, free trial account. You can sign up for that. Start building a project, right? So in future, I have some AWS credits with me. So comment down below if you want the credit to learn. So you can reach out to me in the comment section. So if it is possible for me, I'll definitely help you out either by creating a user for you or giving some credits to you. Right, I have some credits available from AWS, so I will also distribute to you. Right, so that we can learn together. Right, so create and deploy real world applications on the cloud using the services and tools provided by the cloud provider you have chosen. Right, so that would be your third step. Step number 4 is to study for the certification. So consider the beginner certification first. Do not directly jump into the associate level or the professional level certification. So for still step 3, you have understood what is cloud and you have chosen your cloud provider. At step 4, what you need to do is you need to take up the beginner certification. For example, if you have chosen AWS, go for AWS cloud practitioner. There you will understand the different services that are provided by AWS and what is their use cases, right? So that you need to understand. If you choose Azure, go for Azure fundamentals, right? So like that you take up. Then consider obtaining a certification such as AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate to validate your cloud skills and demonstrate your knowledge to potential employers. Right? I'm not saying that having a certification will land you a job, but that will help you to the interview. That will be a gateway for you, right? The gate will open for you, but you need to go inside the gate and then get inside your building, right? In the same way, certification will help you reach the gate, but after the gate you need to travel alone, right? So that is the fourth step. Fifth is to join a community. So participate in online forums and attend events related to cloud computing such as meetups, conferences, to stay updated on the latest trends and best practices, right? AWS will have their reinvent program, right? Or an online forum, or it is an offline forum as well. If you are, you know, if you're having the, zeal to attend offline events, you can also attend offline events, meetups, and so on. Sixth step is very important. Read and practice regularly. So allocate a certain time for yourself. For example, it can be a 30 minutes theory and 1 hour of hands-on. 1.5 hours you keep it aside every day. Every day, whatever the situation may be, you keep 1.5 hour for that and you start practicing it. Keep on reading technical documentation, white papers, and blogs related to cloud computing, and practice what you have learned regularly to reinforce your knowledge and skills. So, this would be your sixth step. Next, seventh is to work on real world projects. Start picking up projects on yourself. If you do not know what projects to make, so I think I'll be making a separate video on that, so watch out for that. Or else I have already created a playlist where where we have uploaded a lot of projects on DevOps and AWS. If you see here, DevOps projects, AWS projects are there. You can go and practice that also. Look for opportunities to work on cloud projects, either as part of your job or a side project, to gain practical experience and build your portfolio. Right? Eighth is my personal tip. If you want, you can consider this, but it will be a great add-on for you. Start a YouTube channel and use it as a proof of concept. Right? So let's say you are building some projects. So instead of creating or building that project alone, what you can do is you can just install a screen recorder and start building by explaining the project. So in that way, if you upload that video to the YouTube, so it will help other people also, and it will be a source of proof of concept for you, right? So other people also can understand that this guy knows about this topic, right? So that will help you a lot, right? So these are the steps that I would follow if you ask me to learn cloud effectively, right? So that's it for today's video. If you're liking the content that I'm creating, please consider subscribing and share it among your friends. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.